one. Ooh, it is hot as can be here in Miami. I'm going to finish the rest of my dinner because I was at the park with my dog. And I specifically asked them not to put everything on my tacos. I asked for them on the side, and what do? They put everything on my tacos. I'm not happy. Mm. Hey guys. Mm. Hi everyone. I am in Miami. Where are you guys from? Hey everyone. Hi. How are you guys? Oh my god. My name is Maureen. My name is Maureen. I live in Miami, Florida. I'm Egyptian. Hi. So my mother was from Ireland and my dad is from Cuba. So Dia Ditch. Oh, Maureen. Yeah, Maureen. 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 Oh, it's 3:30 there. That's crazy. Hmm. I used to live in Wiesbaden. I lived in Wiesbaden. Rogers. I can't remember the name of it right now. Oh, I used to live on the Air Force Base in Germany. Can you speak Persian? Sharmuta. That's about all the. Or is that Arabic? Sorry, I always get Persian and Arabic mixed up. I dated someone who was half Jordanian, half British. Yo habla español y dia ditch. So I'm pretty well versed in Spanish. Whenever I get road rage, I'm perfectly fluent. But I am from Pakistan. Hi. Ooh, very international audiences. Tell me how to say hello in your language and I will say it. I am from Italy. I love Italy. I love the don't eat that waffles. No, that's not good for the doggies. I love the pistachio cream from Italy. So I'm sure you guys all know how to say hello in Spanish. You go hola. Or if you are a Miami Cuban, you say que bola. you have to say it in like really accented Spanish. And then in Ireland, you would just say, in Irish, you would just say diadich. Ooh, nice. Well, I love all these people coming in and saying hello. Oh, you guys are so sweet. So tell me what you guys are up to. What are you guys doing on this Saturday? I went to brunch this morning. So I have to go live on YouTube, and then I'm going to go live on TikTok, and then I have to finish studying for my test. Playing a game. Oh, that's nice. You playing a video game? Come here. I surf in Miami. How do you surf in Miami? We don't have waves here in Miami. You are very beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I put on some makeup this morning, so I was like, gotta go live. Yeah, it's very hard to surf here in Miami. You might be thinking of California. I don't read Arabic. So, I'm gonna use this live to practice my spiel. Let's see. So if you are a teacher, a skimboard, oh yeah. Okay, that makes better. That makes much more sense. So you guys, I don't know if you're interested in learning about how teachers can become online course creators, or you are teachers yourself. Sorry, I live by the highway. A lot is going on in America with the school. What's your favorite country? Ireland or America? I love America. I know it's crazy right now, but I still love America. I was my parents' most American child, so I really, really love it. But I would say, if you had asked me 20 years ago, my favorite country was Belgium. When I went to Belgium, I really felt like I was home. I felt like that's the one time that I believed in reincarnation, as I was walking the streets. And I just felt very at home. It was like I had been there in a past life. I really loved Belgium. It was back when I could eat seafood, so I was eating mussels and drinking champagne. And I spent New Year's 98 in Brussels with my brother. My brother and I used to be very close. We're not close anymore. Your father is in North Carolina right now? Yeah, that on a business trip? Yeah, I used to go to summer camp in North Carolina, Camp Catalina. Good girl. But North Carolina, I love North Carolina. I love Georgia. Roll Tide. 15 what? Please tell me you're not 15. Oh, you just got a new puppy? What's your puppy's name? What's your puppy's name? My dog right now, her name is Waffles. She's my little sweetie Petey. Look at her. Look at that baby. She's my best friend. We just got back from the dog park, so she spent time with her boyfriend today. You guys, I can't read Arabic. Thank you. She's my best friend. I love her so much. She has a video on here that got 19,000 views. So she's a little viral queen. Duke, that's a cute name for a dog. What type of dog is it, James, Chris? Duke's a cute name for a dog. What type of dog is it again? Okay, so let me talk a little bit about what you can do if you're. I'm cute. Thanks. Thanks. I bite. I joke. Thanks. Let's see. So, ooh, you know what's so funny? I saw a video today, and it was talking about how wiener dogs are getting a surge in popularity, and I love them. They are very, very cute. But my dog's trainer had a wiener dog named Raiden. Raiden. And Raiden was. You always had to be so careful with their back. Yeah. Yeah, I love a wiener dog. I love my dog. My dog to me is like the most gorgeous thing. I took her in the car today to get tacos, and she was shaking the entire time. So I don't know what's happened to her, but she is just terrified of being in the car now. It's crazy. Again, you guys, I don't speak Arabic. So you can write all the Arabic you want. I will not understand a word. Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe that's the whole point. Okay, so any of you guys in here teachers? No? Okay, so let me just get my notes together. So when you're a teacher, you know, it really is very much a calling. It's a vocation. They have long bags. You have to gentle in there. Jumping off. Yeah, yeah. You have to get the little dog stairs. So when you're a teacher, you're not greedy. You're just overpaid. So most starting teacher salaries are $46,000 a year starting, if you're lucky. And even if you have an advanced degree and like 20 years experience, most of the time you won't break six figures. And that is just not cool. So I broke it down, and teachers should be paid $512,000 a year. So let me break that down. So you're an office manager, so you organize, you schedule, and you meet with parents and everything like that. You make sure everything runs smoothly. That's $60,000 a year. You're a counselor, you support, you manage, you mediate. That's $82,000 a year. You're a facilitator, you lead, you differentiate, and you adapt. So that's for $70,000 a year. So just you being in the classroom teaching should be $70,000 because that's what it is in corporate America, give or take. It's $70,000 to do that. An instructional designer. So I'm a LDX copywriter. I'm a senior LDX copywriter. An instructional designer designs, aligns, and assesses all sorts of teaching, and that can be $80,000. Bye. Say hi to Duke for me. A data analyst. So it's not enough that you're inputting grades. You also have to track, interpret, and adjust. So that on the low end is $75,000 in the corporate world. Customer service rep. You have to deal with the parents. You have to deal with the administration. You have to deal with the counselors. So that is fielding calls, calming people down, solving problems, assessing situations. That's $45,000 a year. So then you're an event planner. You have to plan field trips, back to school nights, testing schedules, all that. That's $60,000 a year. And then you have to be a bouncer. You have to break up fights. You have to deal with lockdowns, any sort of emergency. And then you have to deal with all the safety protocols. That's $40,000 a year. All that together is $512,000. That's a far cry from $46,000 a year. And the thing is that you aren't even guaranteed to have a position next year. You could be teaching, and all of a sudden someone's like, well, you know what? Our funding is being cut, because what's happening now is a lot of public schools are losing funding because the enrollment is low. So it's called a brain drain, and it's very low. So people are not sending their kids to public school because public schools have gotten so bad. They're sending them to charter schools and private schools. So you can think, oh my God, public school teacher will always have a job, and that's just not the case. They passed a law here in Florida. I just found out about it today. That private companies can go in and buy public schools, and they buy the buildings, and the kids go to it, and they teach religion and all that stuff. So that's kind of crazy to me. And I had heard vaguely about it, but then when I was at brunch today, I was told a little bit more in depth. So all of that work, and teaching is so much work. And if you're just hired, you may not even have curriculum to teach. Like, you kind of have to wing everything on your own. But if you are a teacher, you have the solution, and it doesn't matter what you teach. 6th grade English, flute, whatever, someone is always looking for your course, especially new teachers who just got hired, because curriculum doesn't always carry over the next year. So if you've taught a class for at least 6 months, your curriculum is in demand. So you can, something as simple as, because I was hired as a 3100 here in Miami-Dade, and I had no clue. I just want to give baby teacher Maureen like a little kiss on the forehead. So I had no clue. I had a rough outline. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to keep the kids engaged, like none of that. And I would ask the other teachers, and they would be a little helpful, but not really. They didn't want their secret sauce out. So I found that a lot of teachers were not necessarily helpful or forthcoming. And so I would have loved for a course. Okay. Comments are wild again. So I would have loved to have had a course where someone showed me. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You've taught 2nd grade for 6 months. Someone is out there, hasn't taught 2nd grade. They just got hired. And they're freaking panicking. They're like, how am I going to teach this? What am I going to do? So you can sell to them. Sell your course. How to make curriculum. If you were a teacher and you're like, well, I don't know what to teach. Teach how to teach. Teach how to generate curriculum. Show, one module could be about classroom management, because there's this thing the parents think, well, if you make the teaching fun, learning fun, kids are gonna really love it. They don't. Like, there's some subjects that are just very hard data subjects, like biology, chemistry, what have you. So you can't always think that you're going to be able to make learning fun. So how can you have it so that children learn, you keep up with your classroom management, and you keep your sanity? Those are 3 courses all in one. And I'm telling you, teachers would buy them now. I mean, I would have bought that, because it took me a while to figure out classroom management. I think I was too young to have been teaching high school, because I taught my first teaching job was making $20,000 in 2001, and those kids, I had them on lock, but they were very young. They were 1st graders. And then I jumped to high school, I was too young to be teaching high school. I was 23 teaching high school. Like, no, my brain wasn't fully formed. Your brain isn't fully formed until you're 25. So I was teaching kids whose brain wasn't fully formed, and neither was mine. So that was a wild ride. But, classroom management, how to create curriculum, how to deal with parents, how to deal with administration. It's a lot that goes into just being a teacher. And if you've been in the classroom, again, for even 6 months, 1 month, people are out there. I just had brunch with someone who had been looking for, curriculum and looking for a course, and he bought like a course on a couple of things. So the audience is out there. The audience was out there. The only thing that you're missing is marketing. A lot of people don't know marketing. I was in marketing for 15 years. Now I'm in LDX, which is learning design. So I design and launch online courses. My day job is to do it for corporations, and then on the side for teachers. And I used to create courses, but now I just want to focus on supporting teachers, because when they made the executive order about dismantling the Department of Education, I was like, nobody messes with teachers. Like, that was scary. That was really, really scary. And I didn't feel like it was right. Like, we're not good to our teachers here in America. We treat them like they're optional when they're essential. And if teachers all across America like went on strike, every single industry would be affected. Every single industry would be affected. There's not one single person that can be like, teaching doesn't, teachers going on strike. Where are you? I live in Miami. I live in Miami, Florida. So a lot of mistake that teachers make is thinking, I just need another degree, I just need another certification, I need specialized learning, I just need to learn this new skill. You already know everything that you need to make at least another zero to your paycheck. If you sell a course for $10, you just need 14 buyers or learners a day. And that is $50,000. Just off the top of my head, you can add $50,000. That could even replace your income if, you're a single mom, or, you just need a little bit of help. But, when you have a master's degree as a teacher, you maybe only make $5,000 more a year, but if you're in corporate, you can make 20, 30, 40. I had a friend, and she got her PhD in organizational development, I believe. Yeah, OD. And she now is having a highfalutin job in Silicon Valley and making boku bucks. But if you have your PhD as a teacher, it doesn't really move the needle for you. So the ROI is, needlessly to say, broken. You are getting paid, teachers are getting paid like they're, teachers are getting paid like they're optional rather than essential. Because what would really happen if teachers were paid what they were worth? It would revolutionize America. I mean, we wouldn't be the laughing stock of the world, But, even you've invested in the system, you've invested in the school system, maybe that's your first job, you've always been there. But, your degree doesn't lose value, but the system just doesn't care. So you can get your PhD as a teacher, and it just doesn't really move the needle. And you really get gaslit by your paycheck, because you're like, why have I put so much time and effort in this, and I'm like maybe making 50? I mean, that's wild to me. So you don't have to suffer, because you don't need to learn anything new when you are already in the classroom. And the thing is, the online course industry is going to be worth $3 trillion by 2030, and teachers are not hopping on this because it's not that they don't have the skills. They have the skills in abundance. It's not anything other than it's an access gap. You don't have a knowledge gap. You don't have a discipline gap. You just have an access gap. And I'm already in that world, and I'm giving you the access. So I've designed a program. It's called Sell by September. And you can go to the link in my bio and sign up for it. And it's a 6-week program. It's $60 because I want to make sure that you guys can afford it. Teachers can afford it. And I know everyone got really scared this year. So it's $60. It's $10 a week. That's basically what you pay for Starbucks. And you really, really, really get the support that you deserve, because every Monday I drop a video. And then that night I have workshop hours. So I'm going to give you your tasks. We're going to go over ideas. We're going to talk. You'll have a game plan for the week. Then on Saturday, I'm having a private webinar, and I'm going to go over a few more things than the video more in depth, and that's your QA time. And then throughout the week, I'm going to have a private social media group so that you can leave your questions. So at no point do you lose contact with me, and like I said, I have a 9 to 5, so I'm not going to always be online, but I'm going to be Sorry, I meant to say available. Um, because my job is very good to me. And so I can't disrespect them by doing other things while I'm there. And I'm very, very, aware that they treat me well, so I have to treat them with respect. Um, but so you have a video drop every Monday. You have office hours that night. Then you have a private webinar on Saturday. And then you have a QA session on Saturday. So that's 3 ways to get in touch with me. And if you know me, you know I'm super friendly. I don't mind any sort of questions. Like when I was in the classroom, it was almost nonstop getting asked what the date was. It was really annoying. It was really, 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 really annoying. But I answered it. So my goal for Sell by September is to take you from burnout to having a fat wallet. Funny story. My sister just texted me. I love my sister. She's my Okay, for those of you that know me, that was Andrea. She's my sister. Okay. So here's my question for you. Okay? What would you do if you got a real paycheck? What if you got a real freaking paycheck as a teacher? What would you do? Because I remember when I was a teacher and I was doing day school, night school, summer school, and also tutoring homeschooled children. So I was working around the clock, and I still had to sneak into food banks. I didn't have any financial or emotional help from my family or anyone really. And I would, if there was food in the break room, that was the food that I was eating for the week. And I was, again, working from 7 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, almost nonstop. 4 days a week. How I did not lose my mind is beyond me, because even thinking about it now, I feel like I'm losing my mind. But that's what I want to ask you as a teacher. What would you do with a real paycheck? And the thing that I want to stress is you already have the skills to make boku bucks. You do. I'm living proof of it. I use those skills that I learned in the classroom every day: organization, knowledge transfer, facilitation. Like, I get complicated. I get complimented. Oh my God, Andrew, you're so funny. I get complimented. I got complimented on my organization, and it just wasn't anything to me because having been in the classroom, and I can work on my own. I can learn things on my own. Like, you never have to worry about me. And corporations love that. So as a teacher, you don't have to do anything else. You already have the skills. And I know you're tired. I know when you get home from school, work, you're just like, you want to put your head in the freezer and have steam come out. I mean, that's how I felt, and I still had to work. So I'm giving you guys what I didn't have, because I don't want to tell my sob story about how I didn't have any support. I didn't have any financial and emotional support, in my 20s and 30s. I mean, now I have like the best group of friends on the planet. Like, I'm so grateful for them every day. But for a period of time, I had nobody. I had no help. And the other teachers were nasty. So I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anyone to say, you know what, you're okay. You'll, like in Babe, the movie, that'll do. Like, I didn't have that. And so what I want to do is help teachers, like, really, really understand, like, how fabulous they are and market their skills, because, again, you don't need any new skills. I'm going to show you how to repackage your skills and how to market yourself well. So my business partner is Jasmine Partida. You can find her here on TikTok. She is a Scorpio. And she's going to be one of the guest speakers, and she's going to show you how to market. And when I tell you, she spent 17 years in marketing. She's still in marketing. I spent 15, but I'm now out of marketing because I was getting tired. And I had surgery in October, and no. So she is going to come, and one of the weeks she's going to do a video. She's going to do a live QA with us. She's phenomenal at marketing. She's phenomenal at marketing. Like, you can't even put a price tag on that, because a lot of courses are going to sell you like the technical side of creating a course, and we go deeper. I'm going to show you how to find your niche that makes you money, because I don't care. This is the thing you have to understand about me. I am very direct. I want results. Like, you can tell me a fluff story and a sob story, and I will lose interest within 3 seconds, because all I'll think is, how is this getting me results? I'm very results oriented. Ask anybody. So that's what but I'm from marketing. So, I know as teachers, we know how to get results. So what I'm hoping to do is really get you guys to the point where you really see your value, because I see your value. Everyone else sees your value, but you've been gaslit by your paycheck. So as a former teacher, I designed this course so you guys can really understand marketing. A lot of people don't understand marketing. And I'm going to be real honest with you. A lot of people maybe found, like in the beginning of TikTok, that they were able to really sell themselves well and all that good stuff. But, luck runs out. Strategy doesn't, but luck runs out. I actually like that. Let me make a little mental note to write that down. But, you don't need to learn new skills. I'm going to show you how to do the marketing, and I'm going to show you how to do the marketing well, because I'm going to have Jasmine come in. She's going to do one of the weeks. She's very good. So you're going to have that support. So you're going to have me that has 15 years, and then you're going to have Jasmine that has 17. So you're going to have about 30 years of marketing. And we get results, like the real deal. So yes, so you're underpaid because you don't see your own value. I see it. Like when I show you how to market your courses, and I'm going to tell you this right now because I think people will gaslight you. What I do with my marketing is not easy. Like, there are some, like last night I was up until 10 o'clock, and I know that's not late for a lot of you. It's late for me. I was up until 10 o'clock recording my slides, and I was doing it with Jasmine. So I was recording my slides, and I had to do it because I have a 9 to 5. So, and then I have to go live. Like, I came back from the park, and I wanted a little bit more time at the park. But I was like, I have to come and do lives. So you are going to have to do lives. Like, there's going to be a little bit of work to set up your marketing, but if you find the right niche and you have the right course topic that's gaining traction, you will see results. Because I know what it's like to be frustrated that you're not getting results from your marketing. And it wasn't until I really tweaked and niched down and went super granular that I got results. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Because summer is coming up for a lot of teachers next week. I know Dade gets out on the 9th. But you don't need to do summer school. You don't need to do tutoring. You don't need to freelance, because AI has taken over freelance. Like I was telling one of my friends today, I was the copywriter for DC United, the soccer team, and then now AI is their copywriter. So, if you were an English teacher, it used to be tutoring, because I was an English teacher. It used to be tutoring and editing and all that good stuff, and now that's kind of dried up. So, but selling courses is like, when I tell you it's Boku money, it's Boku money. And the thing is, you need that time to relax and rest, because I remember when it was the first week of summer break. Oh God, it was delicious. I loved it, but times have changed. Summer's supposed to be your break. You've earned it, and you need it before you go back. And those side gigs, even if they were once plentiful, they're not anymore. So, when you're burnt out, that's the thing. My hair looked better with the glasses. That's the thing. When you're burnt out, even one little thing is stressful for you. Let me put the glasses back on, because that was not the vibe. And I'm wearing my cherry perfume today, so I'm feeling fancy. what's it called? The side gigs are still going to leave you tired and underpaid. You're not. The best way to earn money is in your sleep. So when I wake up and I see I've sold another course, I've sold one of my books, that to me is such a yummy feeling. It's just such a yummy in my tummy feeling. But the thing that I really want teachers to understand is you build a course once and you can sell it on repeat. When you go to my webinar will be up soon, and it's one that you can do. It's an on-demand webinar. There was a course that was created in 2022. It's called From Beginner to Intermediate Drawing, and you'll see it when my webinar is back up. And it's basically people who want to learn how to draw. It was created once. It has sold, it's $159, and it has sold, the revenue from that is 85 million. And I did the math several times last night because I was like, there's absolutely no way that this one course made 85 million. I was like, I'm gonna sound like I'm gonna sound like Baby Billy if I'm like, this course you created once and you sold it for 159, and it made 85 million in revenue. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if you think your course will sell or not. Things sell. Before I was started my HR certification, I was taking Gaelic classes, and I loved them, but I had to put a pause on it. I had to put a pin in it, corporate speak, because I was learning so much information with my new certification, my ADT certification. So, and I loved it, and the secret sauce for that is community. In 2025 and beyond, your secret sauce is community, but I'm going to talk about more of that in Sell by September, so I don't want to give away all my fabulous stuff. But you build once, you build it on your terms. Sell by September, you just need 6 hours this summer to design your own course. That's all you need. Let's see, so you have no stress, 6 hours over the summer. You don't need anything else. You can relax, you can take a nap, you can go to the PARK, you can WALK your dog. Like that, the reason why I stayed in teaching as long as I did, even though I was not a super fan of it, was because of summer break. And you need that summer break. Having your own online course makes sure that you get recognized. You get the recognition that you deserve, and you get the paycheck you deserve. And there's no better way to make money than in your sleep. So again, you don't need another degree. The system over demands and underpays, but having your own course makes it so that you show up better for your students, you show up better for yourself, you show up better for the world. Because if anything happens, if there's budget cuts, if your school gets bought by a private company, you have an out. And I'm telling you right now, and I have to be careful because I don't want to come across as being braggy pants, but I used to, like I said, I used to go to food banks, and now I shop at Whole Foods, and my biggest concern is, will this taste good? I can't tell you the first time I went to Whole Foods and I bought everything in my cart and I didn't put anything back. Like that's, my God, that was incredible. But I fell for all the false promises of working hard, sacrificing for the children, showing up. I did all of that, and I still was underpaid and undervalued. So, you really deserve the freedom and the recognition. I really, really want this, because your way out isn't another degree. It's clarity and it's strategy. Let's see. So if you sell a course, a $10 course, you just need 5,000 buyers to make $50,000. And that doesn't have to be a year. You can make $50,000 a month. Like there's no cap. When you are not working for your money, like physically working for your money, you're setting it up as a passive stream, there's no real cap to what you can earn. There's no real cap at all. So you just need 417 sales a month. That's about 14 a day, you know? And by the way, $10 is the lowest, I mean bottom dollar for a course. Like I've sold courses for like 500 and more. You know, again, so you're just repackaging your skills, you're getting a marketing strategy, and you're getting out of your own way. That's it. So that's good girl. So that's kind of all I have for you today. And I will go live another time. But if you have, go to the link in my bio and sign up for updates for Sell by September. My webinar should be up there soon. But thank you for joining me tonight. I am going to go live on TikTok for a little bit. And I should really brush out my hair. But thank you for joining me. I really want you guys who are teachers to feel like you have someone on your side. You have someone who sees your worth, and you have someone that can give you the strategy so you can have a nice paycheck. You can wake up in the morning and when you check your phone, it's not some parent yelling at you. It's you sold like X amount of courses. And the thing is, it's totally possible. I'm proof of that. It's totally possible. So anyways, thank you and have a great night.